What up, guys? Carolina Jackpot coming at you. It is Sunday afternoon, about 1 p.m., and I'm headed out to buy some toys. Ladies, calm down. They're not for me, okay? So don't get any crazy ideas. They're not for my son. He's 19. Don't play with toys anymore. These are for my dog, Pooch. Yeah. I give him some toys to play with. They got some on sale at Ross, which just opened their stores back up in South Carolina the other day, and they're crazy cheap. So I'm all about a bargain. Anyway, I want to jump on real quick and talk about something that I don't know if this was posted yesterday or it came down Friday. I'm really not sure. But at any rate, Coach Dabo Swinney, one of my favorite individuals in the world to talk shit about, but I still have respect for, puts a video up on it's like a 10-second video up on this fairly new social media platform called Tik-Tok, Tik-Tok. I've heard about it probably maybe for the last 6 months or so. I guess this is what the kids are doing now, the high schoolers, because these social media platforms, YouTube is for pretty much everyone, young, old, and everything in between. Twitter is mainly for your, your 20s, your 30s, but there's some older folks on Twitter as well. Basically anyone. Facebook's mainly for the older crowd now. I think 30 years old plus is mostly what we see on Facebook. I mean, my mom has a Facebook, and she's 75. So there you go. But TikTok is something new. I guess it's just more for you to goof on shit or whatever. And so Dabo apparently has a TikTok account now, and he puts a little short video up, and he basically, I'm going to do my best reaction of it. He's like, hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. Coach Swinney's got that drip, and now he's on TikTok. And then he puts the hands together like this to reveal the gloves with the purple gloves with the orange tiger logo on them with the all in. Well, I don't know if it said all in on it. I can't remember about it. But at any rate, and the Gamecock fan, some of them are just absolutely livid about this and making fun of Dabo and God, what a clown. God, he sucks. God, if he didn't have any decent assistants, the team wouldn't be shit. Blah, blah, blah. All this garbage. But you know what? It's not, because he's a genius. Listen, as much as I have bashed the taters on this channel over the years, as much as I've bashed Dabo, I mean, you still have to have respect for what he has done and what they've built there. I mean, the Taters had a pretty decent resume as far as college football teams go before he became head coach. Obviously, they'd won more than they lost, had a ton of conference championships, had a national championship, a lot of bowl wins, but they were kind of, stagnant. I mean, they were maybe a top 15 program, but they were not a perennial top 10 program or a perennial contender. I mean, it's not like anybody feared playing them, and then they would occasionally lose to teams that they shouldn't lose to. I mean, they weren't going out and having losing records every year. I can only remember like them having a losing record maybe twice in my lifetime of watching. I think I had a losing record in like 94 and then maybe 98 or some shit. But that's about it. So at any rate, he looks like a genius, and he really endears himself to these cut 4 and 5 stars that they're out there trying to recruit across the country. Yeah, and I said across the country. We did a talk show the other night with Pigskin Pete on his channel, and I talked about, South Carolina the Gamecocks have to win the state of South Carolina in recruiting, because the recruiting talent in South Carolina, the kids are there to take, because the Taters aren't taking these players right now. They're taking players from, in the deep South. They're taking players from the West Coast. They're taking players from the Midwest that are really highly rated right now. And, if they wanted some of these kids from South Carolina, they could take them. but they pass on them in lieu of, or should I say, for a chance to land a kid who may be just a little bit better, who has a little bit higher of a ceiling. And you can't hate on that. So this endears them to them, their girlfriends, their friends, and people show up and say, "Hey, bro, check this out." Blah blah blah. And, I mean, he looks cool, he looks hip, and he looks with it. He looks like he can speak their language. He looks like someone that they can relate to. You know, kids, they have to be able to see themselves in you. And I don't see Coach Muschamp doing anything to think outside the box. He's not doing anything to think outside the box. He's done nothing creative. It's just the same old vanilla ice cream bullshit that we've been used to for the past 4 years, and it's not changing. It's not changing. I mean, what prevents him from getting on there and doing the same thing? If he did the same thing to Gamecock fan, he would be a genius. He'd be a genius, but he ain't going to do it. He's not going to do anything like that because they're just not that forward thinking, I don't believe, down there. And I think that he basically knows that he's a dead man walking as far as his job goes. The schedule we got coming up this year, it's murderer's row. Again, we're playing 3 teams that could be ranked inside the top 5, potentially, by the time we play them. Clemson, Georgia, and LSU. And possibly even Florida. Who knows? I mean, you laugh when I say LSU. Oh, they're losing too much talent. Bullshit. You ever heard of Jamar Chase? The Taters know who he is. They still got him. They got some good players on defense. They're going to be okay. They'll be good once again. And I do not look forward to that trip. I'm not doing a pick and prediction video for the Gamecocks right now, or any team. As Uncle Lude put out a video today talking about just that very same topic. I'm not going to do any kind of picks or predictions until I know what the schedule is, till we have some sort of tangible start to the season, start to practice. They're talking about coming back June the 1st, and I don't really know what that is. I mean, there is no practice like that during a normal season, so perhaps they're talking about finishing up spring practice. I really don't know. In the early summer, I really can't ascertain that one until I read up on it more. But it may be June 15th, from what I've heard. But I do believe there's going to be football this year, and I'm starting to believe that we will play all 12 games. You may not be able to go because there may be only 15,000 fans that will be able to get in, but there's going to be football. But at any rate, I thought it was kind of funny. It's a little bit hokey, but it's going to work. And the thing about it is, he didn't even need to do that. He didn't even need to do that to pull these 4 and 5 stars in. They're pulling them in like cordwood right now. At this point in time, those of us who really disdain the Taters and can't stand this run of success they've been on, all we can hope and pray for is that some of these kids just don't pan out, and kind of like Xavier Thomas, I said it, not panning out, and that's really all that we can hope for at this point. And maybe they slip up, they lose the ACC championship game, and there you go. The college football playoff is out the door if you do that. So. Other than that, I mean, the string's just going to keep on going. And as long as Will Muschamp is in Columbia, that streak is going to reach 7. It may reach 8. Hell, it may reach 12 sooner than later if they do not do something to replace this man after this season. It's got to happen. It's got to go down. As long as they keep delaying the inevitable, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. It's just going to get worse. It will get worse. And believe me, it can get worse. Just ask Tennessee. They went 0-8 in the SEC a couple of years ago before they finally decided to make a change at the head coaching position. So anything's possible, but I just see us being sticks in the mud and just continuing with the loser's mentality and continuing to refuse to buck the trend and just going ahead and cut ties. But at any rate, that's about all I have to say about that, guys. One more thing I want to say. I've gotten a few comments on here. I have one of my subs on there named Sandra. I don't know if this is a guy, a girl, a Muppet. I really have no clue. I was a Clemson fan and told me, I've stopped watching your videos because they're too long. Okay. We do stream a live show on here on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. It's not my show. It's a show that I'm a part of, and it's a podcast called the Rob Conrad and Kale Show that we're actually recording. We'll record it live on Facebook. We were recording it live on Facebook for the longest time, and then since I have a YouTube channel, we got the bright idea, hey, let's stream it to YouTube as well, because my cohort on the podcast, Rob Sanders, has a program downloaded. He has the technology enabling you to stream to YouTube and to stream to Facebook simultaneously. So we put it on both, just to get the word out about the podcast. So you can easily tell from looking at the title of the video, whether, and looking at the thumbnail. On the thumbnail, you'll see all three of us there. If those long ones aren't your thing, then don't watch it. That's all you got to do. But, I would appreciate it if you would, watch the other ones, because we do still do some good college football talk here. Some folks have told me they just think it's boring when I talk with the other three guys. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep on doing them because I enjoy them. I enjoy their companionship 2 nights a week, and I enjoy the product that we put out, and a lot of people enjoy it. And if you haven't, just drop by to see us. Drop by and see us tonight. We'll be doing it at 9:30 ish, maybe 9:35. Sometimes the comrade's a bit late getting on there, and sometimes I might not show up. But we do that on a regular basis unless it's a holiday. And when football season gets cranked up, it's going to be lit. Let me tell you, we're going to get that drip just like Dabo. All right, so I'll see y'all later. Appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Go Gamecocks. Spurs up to my toes up, baby. Fire, boom. Woo!